So here we are, we're doing it, we're out and about, or out and about for my Canadian friends out there. But I'm gonna go do a little bit of shopping. I got something to get that I've been wanting to get for a long time, but kind of neglecting to go out and get. But first, I wanna talk about something, and that's gear. Like, I gotta admit, I'm not the gear guy. I know you got like tons of you might have tons of YouTubers, tech tubers that you subscribe to that are all about like gear and all this stuff, buying all this stuff, getting all this stuff every year, every time they release something. But most of the time, number one, I couldn't afford to keep upgrading every time they come out with a new device. It just seems nuts to me. But still, even if that was in the financial possibility, I'm just finding a hard time finding the point in owning so many like cameras. I mean, because seriously, imagine having 14 cameras all sitting around, they all do the same basic thing, just having them sitting around in boxes. That just seems crazy to me. But number two is I kind of just don't see the point most of the time. Because anybody that wants to do, what I'm doing, you can get it done with just a phone, a mobile device. In fact, that's how I started. Because my first, I don't know however many videos was all done on mobile, on a cell phone. And truth be told, you are able to get it done with just a cell phone. You don't need all this gear and all this big time stuff. And as a matter of fact, I had a hard time weaning myself off getting the newest cell phone every year. So I can't imagine getting every camera, the newest version of a camera that comes out, DSLR, mirrorless. I couldn't imagine that. There was a time when I used to get every single phone that came out. Whenever the new phone came out the very next year, I would upgrade to that new phone. That's crazy. So like I said, I used to be on mobile. I used to be primarily on mobile. The only real reason that I upgraded to this camera that I'm using, and I've been using for a number of years now because I get the job done. But the only real reason I upgraded is this: in the beginning, I felt like it was about gear. I felt like I needed to upgrade just because I felt like I was, stepping my game up or whatever. And it came in handy. It did its job. And I don't regret upgrading, and I'll upgrade again when that time comes. But I just feel like you can get the job done with whatever you have. So why am I even talking about gear? Is because I'm headed out to buy a small piece of equipment that I feel like I need, and I've been wanting to get. I think I told you this in the beginning of the video. I feel like I've needed to get this for a long time now, and I just haven't upgraded to it. Big bus. So I feel like I needed to get this for the longest time, and I just haven't been able to go get out and get it. And any other time, I've just not worried about it because it hasn't been like a big deal breaker for me. So I have the sun behind me on purpose because I want to show you what I'm going to get. What I need is to constantly use, and it's the reason that I've been using my phone a lot, my mobile a lot, to do these outside vlogs. It's because real cameras pick up a lot of light, especially with the lens I'm using. And what I need is a ring, a step-up ring, to be able to use the ND filter I got. So if you look at all that sun behind me, you'll notice how annoying that is until I throw this in front. And it's just a little bit better. If you can even tell, it blocks out just enough light for it to be a little bit better. And that's what I need. I need to get a ring. It's like sunglasses for the lens, and that's what I need, and that's where I'm headed to get right now. Now the thing is, I don't know if they're even gonna have what I'm looking for, but this is the nearest electronics and camera and kind of market that I can find nearest my home, so it's the place I'm checking first. Also, I could have avoided all of this by trying online, but I wanted to get out of the house and enjoy some of this sunlight. It's a beautiful day today, and we're gonna see what they got. Let's go check. Now, if you're from Germany, you're incredibly familiar with this place, the Mediamarkt. So this is what I'm trying, and we're gonna see if they have what I need. Hopefully they do. All right, let's go in. We gotta mask up. Well, that was kind of a bust. They had plenty of them, but they didn't have the size, the millimeter size that I need for the cover of this lens. I guess I could have gotten a smaller one and use step-up rings for that, but I don't want to use any rings. I want to put it directly on the lens and not have to worry about anything else. So I decided to keep on looking. I should be able to find one at some of these other stores, but not going to be checking in those today. Kind of disappointed. But at least I kind of know now which ones I don't want to use. Okay, so there's regular ones that just fit right on there and you don't do anything else to them. You just find your size, put it on there and it stays. And then they have variables where you can place it on there and you can kind of adjust to the shade you need for whatever stop you're trying to stop your camera down to. I know now that I do not want the ones that are standard. I do want the variable. I want to be able to adjust what I want. See if I can cross this street without dying. I did it. I'm alive. I did it. To tell you the truth, I've fallen in love with my little camera. Like, me and this camera have been through like everything together. This camera has traveled with me. It's gone to places. It's done tons of vlogs. I got almost 300 videos on my channel. It's literally been all over the world with me. So I've kind of grown attached to it and I can't imagine not using it now. So if I do decide to upgrade, and when I finally do, I'm gonna kind of feel like I'm betraying like this camera. Like, this has been my partner throughout this YouTube journey and beyond. I'm not naive. I know there's gonna come a time where I need to upgrade, where I'm going to need to move on to something different. Wow. And when that time comes, I'll do what I have to do. But at the present time, at the moment, I just feel like I need to stick by this camera. I love it. Like, I've accessorized it the way I like it. I've kind of learned it in and out. Some things I'm still trying to picking up on along the way. But my whole point was to know this camera in and out before I go out and spend money on something new, on something else. Because I just couldn't see myself spending thousands on new equipment and then still having stuff looking goofy. So if I'm gonna look goofy, I'm gonna do it with the camera I'm familiar with. So at least I know I can put a little more effort into it and make it look like I want it to look. So if I decide to be lazy, I'm gonna be lazy with the camera. If I decide to be lazy, I'm gonna be lazy with the camera that I'm familiar with, not with something that I spend thousands on. The train I'm getting on is actually gonna be along these tracks. Let's ride the tracks, boys. Jump the train. We're not facing any autumn leaves yet. Everything is still sort of green. It needs to stay that way. Damn it. Yo, Germany and these quiet streets. The street is quiet as hell. I've never come this way before. Just one guy working. Nobody else out. Oh, bike riders. Nice. One thing you can count on the Germans to be doing is taking care of their lawn and their gardens and their front yards and their curbsides. That's one thing they do here. Guaranteed. I wonder what those little fruits are. Look at these little tiny things. Wow. Tons of them. That way. You know, it's funny, there's a dog up here that keeps going nuts every time I pass by the fence. But I have no choice. Like, the train is, as you can see, the track is along people's yards. So I'm pacing just to keep, stay on my feet. I don't want to sit down. But the dog keeps going crazy every time I walk by. I don't know if it's because he's never seen somebody like me, wearing a hat, or he just doesn't like strangers around his yard. Either way, he should be going crazy any second now if he sees me. I think I snuck past him. I'm good. I'm about to go into the store and grab me some dinner for the night. I don't know what I'm gonna have, but I'll grab something since I'm out here. So this was just a quick video just to talk about gear and how I don't like acquiring much of it, at least at the moment. I can take my time. Real quick video just to talk about that. I'll put another video where I'm out and about right here. Be sure to check that out, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.